And we are back again, back
Yes.
back nights. We back to back nights. We got some breaking news, Nets Nation. Sekou Doumbouya has been traded, as you guys have seen. Shams reported, actually Woj and Shams both reported that Sekou has been traded to the Rockets. For in a second round pick, right? Sean Marks put a second round pick with Sekou, sent him to the Rockets.
You
We
want
got
me to
Jay
read
from the
the
BK here.
breakdown?
We're
What up,
gonna
Jay?
go. We got Saint, we got Chubbs, we got Jay from the BK here. Guys, react. You gotta react to this. Please react to this. First
I mean,
reactions.
I listen. I'm okay. I get it. Like I liked him, so to me, it was more of like a personal thing where I liked what I saw from him. I was kind of excited for him. Like, gee, I'd like to keep him on the team, you know. But at the end of the day, I look at it and I see the move. I see that if I'm reading this wrong too, that I think it saves the team 20 million because we're over the tax limit and all that.
Yeah,
Like
it does.
it saves money. It frees up a spot. Um, I think the other guys might just be a better fit as far as camaraderie on the team and what we need. Um, so I get it. At the end of the day, I get it. Bummed me out, but it is what it is. If I understand correctly, we traded Sekou and a second round pick to Houston, but we got from. I'm sorry again. Why am I brain farting on the name? Indiana. There we go.
Yeah.
We got a trade from Indiana, acquiring a guy, which is slipping my name. I don't remember
Edmund
his name.
Sumner.
Edmund
There you
Sumner.
go.
Yes.
Edmund Sumner and a second round pick from then.
Mhm.
And I believe Houston is going to then waive Sekou as well. So I see the move. He moves the pick down to 2025. We do get something back from somewhere else, but
Sean Marks was honestly with that pick because, like I said, he gave away a second round pick to and Sekou, and then got one right back, and then waived that guy, whoever that guy is.
I guess he has some knee issue as well. So I get it. To me, it's probably all about the money. But
so we didn't lose anything except for Sekou, honestly, when we think about it, and we saved money because it's 20 million. If we had kept Sekou, it saved us 20 million. But yeah, so I got Jay from the BK here because, like I said, I was telling you before, I was scrolling Twitter in the morning.
AJ, hold up. Let Chubbs, you were gonna speak on the trade.
Oh yeah, go Chubbs.
Oh no, I ain't got nothing to speak on the topic. I'm kind of the Kyrie shit just fucked my whole day.
He saw the Woj bomb, and he's still in that. He's in the Woj world right now.
My day was going so well until that shit happened.
Yo, you know what happened? Because when Woj tweeted that, I was like, "Yo, why you trying to hurt us, Woj? Like, what are you doing to our feelings?" Like, it was like the Nets are not sure of Kyrie's situation and this and that, and I'm like, "Bro, it's preseason. Give us time. You know, a couple more games." But he went
my
all
day was
in.
going so well. I woke up at like a reasonable time because usually I wake up until like in the PM, and you know what I'm saying. I went outside. Weather was okay. And then I come home and this bullshit. I'm just.
So you need to just sit back right now and let people talk, and then you'll absorb it all, and then it will, and then you'll speak on it.
Yeah. Somebody in the comments said Woj stinks. Yeah, go ahead, Jay.
No, I was gonna say to go back to because Chubbs jumping the gun to go back to the Sekou trade, right?
Yes.
I think and y'all have to forgive me, man. Yo, it's what I told y'all before we even started taping. My DMs and the stuff I be replying to, it be crazy, man. I don't know what I say where, and I don't be trying to tweet the same thing 50 times.
Yeah.
But when I saw Steve a couple weeks ago, he said that Sekou was a project. And even though Sekou had been in Brooklyn, he'd been in Brooklyn since the trade, working out and everything. What people have to realize is that on this team, a project is okay. A project can't make the money that he makes.
Wow.
Y'all see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So like, especially 20 million penalty.
Yeah.
Hey, even before the penalty, it's like you can't make that much money and be a project. That's what a two-way guy is for. Like two-way guys can be projects. You can't make that much money as he's making. Like he's making more than Clax.
Yeah, I was surprised when I looked at his contract. When I looked at Sekou's contract, I'm like, bro, why is he getting so much money? But I guess because he was a first round. But I'm like, he was getting like 3 or 4 mil, bro.
In the middle of the first round. So you can't make that much money and be a project. So it's not necessarily about just saving money because yes, they attached the pick to him, but when they got a pick back from Indiana, right, that pick is unprotected and it's Miami's pick. We don't know what Miami is going to be when that pick conveys, but that pick is going to be better than the pick that we sent out because I'm going to argue that we're going to be better than Miami.
Oh yeah.
So by 2025 for sure. For sure.
But that means we get a better pick out of it. And also that's why it's not a money saving move because a better pick means that player that we get would cost more money than a worse pick, but also have a better chance of making the team.
Yeah, I was gonna say that because what if I was gonna say the pick that we sent was the pick that we got back. Like, was it better or was it like? That's what I'm trying to figure out here. Like
any pick is going to be better than ours because we should be contenders for the next 5 years.
Yeah.
So that would second round would have us in the late 50s or number 60.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that makes sense. Well, Sean, see, that's the genius of Sean, bro. The genius of Sean Marks, bro.
I mean, let's go back to the beginning of the day with your very I need to make you a shirt that says like Captain Cryptic.
Yo, he's a fortune teller, bro.
Or like longer Jay from BK, it's gonna be Cryptic from BK.
That shit was so crazy, bro.
Like AKA Cryptic. That's your nickname. You're Cryptic, bro. Like,
bro,
you're like,
and it's different seeing it in real life.
Superhero.
Like I saw it like in real time. Like literally in the morning, I'm scrolling. I see Jay tweet like, "Yo, something's about to happen," and I'm like, "What?" I even retweeted and quoted it. I'm like, and then like this shit just came out. Kyrie, boom, boom, Sekou, boom, boom, and I'm like, nah, Jay. I'm like, nah. I could have like seeing it in real time is so different. It just like hearing Jay got it, but seeing it in real life is like, yo, you got it, bro. The comments go crazy
when you put it. Like when you did tweet that out, people were like going, "What the hell? What does he think? What is he saying?" Like they thought it was about Kyrie. They thought but that's the thing about you that I do enjoy is that you don't come out and just blab it like right all out. You let it be known. You let people overreact, come up with all kinds of shit, and then all of a sudden it drops, and you're just like, okay, like.
No, but let me explain partially why. And like I don't know why, but on my phone right now I can't see the comments or how many people in here, right? But one thing that I've learned since the spaces I did in Saint, you said you learned about me in spaces, right? I don't know when that was, but
it was like a month ago.
Yeah. Okay, well, this is going to precede you. I learned this from a spaces in July. I've learned a lot more about Twitter since then because, and you all have said that the people, that there are a number of people who come on the stream who are like from overseas, right?
Yeah.
So I can't necessarily speak to them, but I can speak to a number of people who are from America. What I've learned from that spaces back in July up until now is that the American education system has failed a lot of people. Because
you're not lying.
That's not a lie. That's a fact, bro. That's a fact.
Their comprehension is bad. Like I said something back in the spaces about Sean was trying to get Clint Capella and what's the kid from Atlanta that they want to trade? The wing.
Cam Reddish.
And Cam Reddish, right?
Yeah.
He was trying to get them. People took me saying that Sean was trying to get them as I said we were trading for them. I never said that. But that's why I have to be sometimes extra cryptic. That way you don't say, you said this was going to happen. I did not know what trade was going to happen. Because like one thing that I've said, like Sean has many cakes in the oven, right?
Yeah.
That's one of many deals that were being discussed. To the effect that, going back to the spaces in July, and there's a number of people who validate that I did say this. I said back in July that the Nets were entertaining trade offers for Clax.
Mm.
And that part of the trade offers that they were entertaining for Clax was to attach him to get rid of DJ. And all of that came from when I said it on the night of the NBA draft, that Clax is not going to Summer League. And that pissed the team off.
Yeah.
So that's when he became subject to trade rumors. Now, I said that back in July.
Yeah.
Jake Fisher said the exact same thing today in October.
Yeah.
On the Glue Guys podcast.
On the Glue Guys, yeah. I called saying, I remember I just called him. I was like, yo, literally Jake Fisher just said this. And Jay from BK said it on our stream like 3 days ago.
Yeah, but I initially said it back in July. And there are people who verify that I really did say it. And this man has now said it. We're in October where he repeated it. And now people believe it because he said it. That's why I have to be cryptic, because you know how much blowback I got from that? People, you a fraud, you don't know anybody, you don't have sources, don't believe fans with sources, this, that, and the third, you don't know anybody. Okay, hey, fine, no problem, cool.
Nah, Jay, you really got it, bro.
You're also not out here trying to put like you know the people you talk to or hear things.
It's exactly.
Like
he's not you're not clout chasing.
Like you even said, like, hey, I didn't know who was going to be traded, but I did find out that something's coming down the pipeline. Somebody is going to be traded. It's like, so it's not like you're out here trying to run and say, I know this, I know that. It's like you're just saying this is what I heard, and then the way people come at you on that is like, it's stupid.
The comprehension is bad.
Yes. Yeah. You saw my little, I don't know if you saw it, but I did say the U.S. is 27th in the world at its level of healthcare and education. So.
Oh, God, I did not see that, but it's not surprising to me.
In the comments, Grace Wu said Jay had so many haters for that one. Yeah. He said he had the haters.
What's up, Grace?
Yeah. But going forward now, if you guys are joining us, we got the breaking news. Sekou has been traded. We got rid of Sekou. So the Nets have gone in. They say they value more. They value Javon Carter and they value DeAndre Bembry more. So we now know the roster kind of cut for that. We still got the two-way thing going with DDJ and Devontae. But as far as the roster goes, we're going all in with Javon Carter and DeAndre Bembry. So how do you guys feel about the Nets valuing those guys more than Sekou? We think it's too early, or do you think like it was the right wing? Oh, man.
Well, no, I don't think it's too early. I think the quicker you get your shit solidified, and then that's the team you're running with, the better. I think it's about on par. You have to figure we've got today's the 5th, and then the season starts on the what was that, the 18th? The 19th.
No, yeah. So 2 weeks from today.
2 weeks. 2 weeks. 2 weeks. Yeah. We still got 4 preseason games. Like Jay said, like the dude has been in Brooklyn for quite a while working out with the team. I'm sure they have plenty that they've seen between the guys that they're looking to either keep or get rid of, or give the two-way. So I think they're starting to make that decision, and they want to just shore up. Maybe makes sense that they would want to go into the next few preseason games, or even the next, at the beginning of the season, locked up, ready to go. I don't know why you would want that to linger. I don't think it's too early.
Somebody in the comments said, Jay Wood said way too early. DDJ does what Bembry does, even better. Defense, playmaking, everything. Everybody knows it. Oh, okay. Somebody said we got to see what Javon has. So far, not impactful. He was selling, but I ain't tripping right now. Gio Brando. Oh man, yeah. Some people are saying it's because there's more preseason games, but I understand both sides of it. Like me, I told y'all before, I'm going with Sean Marks. So whatever Sean Marks does.
Let me add on to this, and y'all gonna be like, Chubbs is gonna. This might make him feel better. Might make him feel worse. Mm-hmm. Don't please do not think that what happened today that Sean is done. Sean may not be done.
Oh nah! Don't scare me.
I mean, it doesn't scare me. It actually excites me. Like it doesn't scare me. It's just
I don't know, man. What do you
why
think?
be scared though? Why be scared though?
Nah, right now.
Put it this way: we always say Sean is in the basement of Barclays Center with his hair all fucked up with the board connecting all the dots, looking crazy, looking like
he's a mad genius, bro. He's a mad genius.
Yeah, like he has all the dots connecting to something.
He's Prison Break with a chalkboard. Prison Break with a chalkboard. He got the like he's
he has all the formulas, and he's like he just looks like a mad scientist.
The fact that we gave up a second round pick and then got a better one back is just like whoa. And we saved $20 million by giving away Sekou. I mean, like I said, if he was, when I looked at his contract, I had a feeling like I was like, wait a minute, why is he getting paid so much? Like I was like, I don't know if they're gonna take that contract on for a guy that we don't know what he's capable of. You know what I'm saying? Like he has no history of.
For him to sit out.
You know what I'm saying?
And
so it's like
going to sit out. He's not going to. He wasn't going to be playing in any really games, was he? No.
Yeah, as I'm saying, he wasn't. You don't know if he was going to be playing. Yeah, exactly. Like you don't know if he was going to be playing. So it's like, are we really going to spend that money on that? So it's like when I saw his contract, I had a iffy feeling about it. But now, I know.
Rage can now retire the Sekou.
Rage, take your yeah, man. You got to put your jersey in the closet, man.
The thing was right after he got traded. What I did was I went upstairs, got my jersey, put it in my closet. I don't plan on opening that closet anymore.
You sound like for some reason Rage has some random weird connection with jerseys. Like he either puts something on, somebody gets hurt. He puts a jersey on, somebody gets traded. Like I swear to God, dude.
Yeah, it's crazy.
I will never. I won't put on the Kyrie jersey. Don't worry.
Yeah. We can't.
Maybe I should. Maybe I should put on the Kyrie jersey.
Force an answer.
No. Maybe I put on the Kyrie jersey, and the first thing we see is, oh my God, Kyrie Irving is out for the season because he doesn't.
So going forward, y'all think that do you think that the Sean's gonna make the two-way choice like quick now, like, or he's gonna give them more time, like DJ and Devontae K? Y'all think he's gonna give them more time?
It's gonna be a quick decision.
You think it's gonna be a quick decision?
It's gonna be quick because Sekou only played one game, and he already made a decision to let him go.
He played a quarter. It wasn't even like it was like 20. It was like 10 minutes, wasn't it?
He played 11 minutes.
Am I wrong by thinking that did we think that Sekou played a better game than K-Cock that first game?
Oof. It was. They kind of played.
Hey, chat, did people watch it enough to like gauge? Like, did you think one did more better than the other? Like,
the chat was bigging up Sekou though. The chat was like, "Yo, bigging up Sekou a lot."
Yeah, they were.
The chat loved Sekou after that.
Devontae with the step back three.
Yeah.
I do think that two-way decision is coming soon.
Mm-hmm.
I'll bet you K-Cock gets a little bit more play this next game. I think they probably want to see more out of him, but that's my guess. That's my opinion. But I'll bet you see some more Devontae out there.
Mm.
But I have to believe that two-way deal is coming soon. I mean, it just seems like because usually when Marks waits a while, makes a move, then it starts rolling, and then it gets quiet again. So I can't. I kind of with Jay on this one. Like he's probably not done making decisions, whether that's picking the two-way and whether somebody is still tradable. I mean, I don't know. The more and more I see this move, I have a feeling like Bembry and Carter are not going absolutely anywhere.
Do you think? But he doesn't have to make a decision on that right now.
Yeah,
I think that's where we all have to be a little patient from this standpoint. That and this ties into you all asking who played better between K-Cock, and I'm gonna be mature about it tonight for the most part. At least
it's all good.
K-Cock and Sekou, right? Here's why K-Cock played for me. He played better because he would be on a two-way contract.
Oh yeah.
So
you would have to pay him $3 million.
Right. Comparatively speaking, Sekou making $3.5 million, a two-way contract is what? Not even $500,000.
Yeah, it's like it's like yeah.
So Sekou would have had to play at least 7 times better than him for it to make sense.
Facts.
That makes sense.
So
Now, say they give K-Cock the two-way. Can they still? And I'm not sure what the name of the contract would be, as I'm still learning this stuff. Could they still keep DDJ, sign him to a contract like something where he's in the G League and they can keep him and not lose him outright? Like,
but another team could grab him. That's the thing. Another team, because he would be a free.
You could sign him
to
the G League team, but he'd still be able to be.
He would have to choose the Long Island Nets if that was his thing. Like Sean can be like, "Yo, we want you in our G League," but let's say some other team like the Rockets or some other team comes and be like, "Yo, DDJ comes, we'll offer you a two-way." He's gonna take that. I don't think he's gonna take a G League. He wants to be an NBA.
He wants to be an NBA. And you know what? What he's shown so far, he's an NBA player.
Yeah, he is.
He should have never not been drafted. There's no getting around that.
Yeah.
Nobody can watch him and say, you know what? He shouldn't have been drafted. No, he should have been drafted.
Yeah, he should have been.
And everybody knows that.
Yeah, he was definitely a sneaky pick that like Sean Marks found him, and like I said, he was definitely a sneaky pick. Now segueing into the Kyrie news that broke, Woj tweeted. Chubbs, you had the tweet. What was the tweet again?
Hold on.
Yeah, it was Kyrie. It was a Kyrie tweet about the Nets being not sure about his vaccination status.
Yeah, well, I have the.
Do you have it? Because I got it right here. You got it?
Yeah, I got it.
You can put it out. You can.
All right, so I'll just share this.
Yeah, just share it. Shout out everybody in here. Hit that like button. We got 200 people in here. Shout out Nets Nation. Shout out everybody in the comments. Appreciate you guys.
Just enlarge for you visually challenged individuals like myself. Shit, I just lost it. Got that. All right, there we go.
Yeah, somebody said talk about Kyrie. We're about to talk about Kyrie right now.
Yeah, no. we're not gonna overdose on Kyrie, but
yeah, we're not gonna overdose on Kyrie.
The two things that he put out was, I think the first one was sources.
I have a tweet here too that also corresponds to it. Saying,
all right, yeah, I think it's the same one I got too. At sources with Windhorst, the Brooklyn Nets remain unclear on all-star guard Kyrie Irving's ultimate intentions to get vaccinated and have made no decision on whether the organization will accommodate him as a part-time player this season. Story soon on ESPN. I think it was a tweet to set up the story.
Mm-hmm.
And then it goes on. He says, there had been previous optimism Irving would get vaccinated and fulfilled local mandates, but that hope is waning, and Irving's continued resistance to vaccination has Nets preparing for the possibility without him for the home practices. But when you read the article really basically essentially says the story basically says the same thing Woj is tweeting right now. There's really nothing new in there.
There's a part where they said the team would have to accommodate him. Like, what do they mean by accommodate him? Like,
I would assume that would mean like, hey, we're gonna like kind of the same thing we've all been debating. Most Net fans is, are the Nets gonna let him sit out the whole season and just play away games? And then there's some people that are like, oh hell no, they're not gonna let him do that. Then people go back to Joe Tsai's comments about saying, hey, we respect his decision, but at the end of the day, we all know what the mission is here and what we want to do. So that kind of leaves it open. I just think it's a filler. I think these tweets are fillers. It's, Woj has been relatively silent on this stuff, but the story in his tweet really doesn't give you any.
I was shocked when I saw the tweet, bro. I was like, whoa, like Woj is usually tweet about the Kyrie thing, but and again for me, like I said, it didn't really make me like I said, it didn't really make me nervous, but it's just that if we see like that first home game and Kyrie's not there, then that's when you start to get a little I don't know. And then early, but let me let Julian talk about this. This is the president of Kyrie Nation, man. Because Kyrie Nation, I'm getting DMs. I'm getting Kyrie DMs right now. All the Kyrie fans are DMing me right now. Like, you got to speak for the Kyrie Nation, man. How you feeling, man?
Damn.
Are you nervous? Are you like?
Yeah, I'm nervous. I mean, because I think he would be at the season opener. So, like, if he wouldn't play there, that'd be like a red flag, But I keep going back to the questions he said. He said like we want to make a run at the championship. So obviously he's aware of what he has to do. It's an unfortunate situation. Like, it's nobody's fault that they decided to make that a rule, but they made it a rule. It is what it is, and the ball is in his court. You know, there's a role where he could retire. You know, that's a possibility. That's a possibility.
I don't want to think about that, bro. It is. You're right, though. You're right, though.
But like, I would respect that because we shouldn't. It sucks that you got to be forced to do that. And
that's why I'm saying like they're not going to trade him because all the teams know Kyrie if Kyrie decides not to get vaxxed and the Nets trade, he's gonna retire. He's gonna retire, bro. He will really retire. Like he doesn't want to leave here. This is his home. So it's like now you're forcing Sean to say accommodate and be like, okay, we'll let you play your ways, right? But playoffs, the Nets might not even need him. We might not even need him in the home games for the season because we might be good. But for the playoffs, it's like.
But that's a ridiculous. But that's a ridiculous notion to even think that I'm just even as amazing as Kyrie is. Yeah. It's just a crazy notion to think that I don't know if I as an owner would be totally comfortable just letting the dude sit out all home games, playoffs included, just because I love Kyrie that much. I don't know, man. That's of course, that's worst case scenario in my head.
But what else could you do? What else could you can't. I mean, like I said, no team's gonna really. I don't think a team's gonna trade for Kyrie. I mean, they want Kyrie, of course.
I think teams would trade for him.
I think
knowing that he's gonna retire, that he might retire.
But that's a speculation too, man. But that's another speculation too. We have no idea, even to this point, what Kyrie is going to do, whether he's going to eventually get vaccinated or not. This could all be nothing in the beginning of season starts, and there's Kyrie at the first home game, right? All this preseason practices could probably and most likely really don't mean squat. Yeah. What matters is the beginning of the season. And, of course, it's a filler every day. It's a hot story. It's an easy story. Yeah. So I guess the real thing is, when the rubber, what is it, whatever that word is, I can't think today, but, when it matters the most, what is going to happen? And that's when the real story, I feel begins. And I think that's when you can really start asking these questions. And because I don't know. I don't think he would retire.
I'm just stirring because people are saying talk about Kyrie. And I promise you right now, I'm going to say this. Yeah, I'm gonna say this right now. I promise you, Kyrie does not want to play for another team. He does not want to play for another team. He's the one that started this new kind of era.
Exactly.
He was the first guy.
We give Sean Marks a lot of credit, but understand, if they wanted to go to the Knicks, they said they talked to the Knicks, they were going to the Knicks. So we give him a lot of credit. But the reason KD is here is because of Kyrie, right? And the reason Harden here is because KD and Kyrie are here. So
so I promise you, he doesn't want to play for another team.
Matt Brooks just tweeted out, but he was sitting courtside at the Sparks game. So if Matt Brooks is watching, it's true. But I mean, that is another speculation thing too. Wasn't he at the Sparks game? Didn't you have to be vaccinated for that?
He could be vaccinated. That's
what are your thoughts, Jay? Because I know you're just sitting here thinking, and I'm probably thinking you're going to say this. Relax again.
Aside from that, the rules don't apply. The rules for us don't apply to people like Kyrie. So he can be sitting at a Sparks game. That doesn't mean that
he's Kyrie.
Anything.
He's Kyrie.
True.
But let me go back to what you all were initially talking about. The guy that you all cited, he doesn't know shit. He does not have, I'm not going to say his name, so I'm not liable for anything. He doesn't have NBA connections like he used to have when LeBron was in Cleveland.
Oh, I'll say. He's like, yeah, okay, I get it. Yeah.
He does not have those connections anymore. Remember, he was in Cleveland, and then he went to Miami, and then he came back to Cleveland. He specifically had every LeBron story because fed him every LeBron story. He fell out. They fell out with him. Okay, nothing since then.
Yeah, and I never really liked him.
Literally
I don't know why.
nothing since then. He's broken nothing since then, so he does not know Sean doesn't talk to him. He doesn't know what's going on. Sean talks to Woj.
Yeah.
So the information that Woj has put out there today has come directly from Sean.
because I only knew of him because of LeBron. Because I remember he would literally like watch he was at every LeBron's game, every LeBron high school game, every Cavs game, and then I think he kind of built his clout off reporting of LeBron, and then like ever since then, it's just I don't know. I just never really
if memory serves me correct, and somebody you can fact check me on this. I'm pretty sure he's from what part of Ohio is LeBron from?
Akron.
Akron.
I'm pretty sure he's from Akron.
Yeah, Akron. Yeah, he's probably from Akron. Yeah.
So if you're saying that this is from Sean, is that shots over the bow? Is that like get your shit in order, Kyrie, or be prepared for the Nets to make a decision? Is that kind of thing?
Make what decision?
Well, like either get vaxxed or you're going to put it in our hands of like a decision to make if you decide to continue throughout the season not getting vaccinated. Because I think they're going to accommodate him to a degree at the beginning of the season. If he's still not vaxxed, I don't think they'll overreact and just be like, oh, you're not starting, you're not going to do it. Boom, you're gone. I mean, I don't think that's my opinion, but I would think at some point, say you got 15, 20 games into the season and he hasn't done any of them at the home game, like some kind of conversation is going to have to. I just can't imagine that they're just going to be like, yeah, all right, that's fine. Just hang out. Well, play when you can play. I just find that, I just find that impossible to believe that the ownership,
especially playoffs,
and Sean Marks would be like, everybody
bro,
would be like, yeah, that's cool.
We did the same thing we let Kyrie, remember when he went MIA?
Yeah,
for him. He went MIA last year.
That was different though, and like he gonna pull up for the playoffs. The only reason why, like, even if there was a way he could pull up to every playoff game, right? Missing half the season is still pretty crazy, you know.
We're talking 40 games, and then
like, I just don't see like if he's gonna do this, if it's gonna have to be like that in the playoffs, like that, you know. The crazy thing is we could still win. That's crazy, but still, you know. Like,
although there's some people believe that if we didn't have Kyrie, there's no chance we're winning.
I don't think.
It's not like we don't have him. We don't have him at home, but
yeah, we don't
think about it. The playoffs, the hardest games to win in the playoffs are the road games. Honestly,
that's
really think about it. The road games are the hardest. So we would have Kyrie on those tough. Like say we go up 2-0, going to somebody else game. We have Kyrie in that third game. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, I want my daughter to stay on the team. Hey, I want my daughter to stay on the team.
Bro. That's what I'm saying. Like I'm saying, what if this does work?
Regardless, but it's just like,
what if it could work? What if it could work? You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying.
That's crazy. We had like 2-0 and then we finish them. Hey, we finish them.
Yeah, you go up 2-0 and then you got three. You got you go to the Milwaukee game 3. Kyrie, step back 3.
You know how scary that'd be? Like if you got to deal with Katie and Harden and then y'all go down 2-0 and then you come back and they like, and you like, damn, they're gonna have Kyrie. Oh, that's crazy.
Exactly. Just add Kyrie.
That's the X factor. That's really mind games when you think about it.
It could happen. Let me read some comments. The comments. Shout out everybody in here. Somebody said, "What do you think we'll do with the TPE? Keep it for now. Kyrie and Embiid will go off. No. Really move practice to New Jersey.
Won't want that.
No. Somebody said move practice to New Jersey.
Well, I think that was another question they asked too, right?
Yeah, let's just move practice.
Taking this back to the Izod, to the Prudential.
Let's move the whole team to New Jersey just so Kyrie can play.
They said it like
so Kyrie can play.
To New Jersey, like you just got to pick up a bag and bring it to New Jersey, and that's practice. That's crazy.
Yo, Josiah might have enough money to do that, bro. Just say team, okay, we're going back to Jersey.
Josiah has enough money to do whatever the hell.
Yeah, like the players would hate that.
Josiah has enough money that in his mind he could be like, well, yeah, I could rent Kyrie out for $15 million a year. Like, I'm cool with that. Like, yeah, he could go. He could play.
I got plenty of money. I got plenty of money.
Yeah. So you're saying I have a Kyrie rental for only road games in the season? Yeah, I like that.
Like, hey,
I think the teammates would hate that shit though. They'll be mad that they gotta like go
move
like
up. No, they wouldn't do that. They wouldn't do that.
Yeah, and
they wouldn't do that.
Obviously, you can't really do shit. You know what? No team is just gonna move. Just be like, because Kyrie Irving's not playing, we're doing it for him. No.
Yeah, it's just funny to think about that. But yeah, so let me read some good comments. Somebody said, "Don't start joking on New Jersey. Y'all teams play all over here anyway. Trade Kyrie for Embiid. No.
All right, we just hit a
let's just trade Kyrie for Embiid. Like we can just do that. That's crazy.
Yeah, we can't do it. No. Like I said, don't do that. Joe Harris for Seth Curry.
You said what?
Somebody said Joe Harris for Seth Curry.
The Nets not interested in trading Joe Harris. They've never been interested in trading.
Not.
Yeah.
And Joe's vaccinated.
If we end up trading Kyrie, which player will be our target? Yeah, y'all in the comments, y'all talking about trading Kyrie, but that's not gonna happen, y'all. Okay, first of all, KD's not gonna let that happen. And the second is teams. I don't think teams want to give up crazy players for Kyrie, and he might retire when he gets to their team. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, y'all gotta understand, KD, like low key, he's a GM, low key.
I mean, he's like I said, he's not gonna let Kyrie. I don't think he's gonna let Kyrie go.
I think we're way far off that. Like I was saying, like we're in OG land right now on Kyrie.
Yeah, we're talking worst case scenario. We're talking worst case scenario.
Well, my worst, I get that. Like my worst case scenario is that yes, if he refuses, I'm losing my mind about 10 games in. Right, that's where I would, me personally, after just looking at all this, like I'll start complaining and losing my mind about Kyrie not playing about 10 home games in, like. Or actually, no, I'll change that. First 2 games are on the road, and then the next 6 are all home games. If he does not play in any of those 6 home games, then I'm gonna start talking.
No,
shit.
it won't be. I'm saying
I'm gonna start speculating on trades.
You alone. It's gonna be a lot of Nets Nation people are gonna be upset. Yeah. Like me, I'm gonna be okay because regular season I'm gonna be like, no, all right, it's regular season. But like playoffs is when I start getting like, oh, okay, I'm gonna get a little.
Somebody said he's trying to stall for the pill. What's
the pill?
That might be a good theory. It might be a good. I don't know what that is. I don't know what I've heard about it, but I don't know exactly.
The pill would probably be the same thing. But
they're doing the vaccine pill.
I don't know. Is it different? Is it different?
Y'all know what's crazy? This dude just knows about what Kyrie's plans are. Totally. Yeah. Bro,
well, I mean, okay.
No, he's guessing. He's guessing.
Yo, chat. Is there going to be a pill? They're going to have a pill instead of a shot.
He's saying Kyrie will get it. Kyrie will.
Let me ask Jay a question. Jay, you as a Nets fan, are you comfortable with Kyrie sitting out all home games, playoffs included? This is a speculation, worst case scenario question. Because I have to address the thing that there's people that are like totally comfortable with that idea. And I just haven't heard a legit enough answer why that would be okay, even though it's Kyrie.
For me, it's twofold. From this standpoint, I don't see the next mayor carrying on what de Blasio started. So I don't see the next mayor going along with this.
And what's the time frame on that?
So he might get. Oh, it might get lifted then. The mandate might get lifted.
He becomes the mayor in the time frame. He has another 2 months. They vote in a month. So I think he has until January.
Oof.
But I say, what if he's stalling for something like that?
No. Well, listen, that's where it's twofold for me, because when it comes to Kyrie, and this is where a lot of people aren't necessarily on board with this. People are showing their hand right now, and they're showing their hand from this standpoint. You all chastised that lady when she said shut up and dribble, right? But because the thought has now entered that Kyrie may not actually play, you want him to shut up and dribble. And what he's doing, this is where a lot of people are being rubbed wrong. He's doing what a lot of people don't have the strength and maybe not the finances to do, but it's not really about money because it's not just about job. He is standing on his principles. A lot of people don't have the wherewithal to stand on their own principles in life.
That's a fact.
And that rubs people the wrong way. Yeah. Now, when you couple it with he's standing on his principles, you're scared to stand on yours, and he plays for your favorite team, that makes you even more angry.
Okay.
The Wearenthal, they don't have the Wearenthal, bro. Oh my God, he's talking. Hey, oh my God.
But G, I'm not. The funny thing is, I'm not talking about, because I don't remember we talked about how the American education system.
Yeah.
I'm not talking about strictly financial. So I'm not telling you that you ain't stand on your principles at work and it'll affect your finances. I'm saying a lot of people don't stand on principles, period. You don't stand for anything.
Facts.
And so now that you see somebody standing up and he hasn't said anything,
a word,
aside from respect my privacy, people have a problem with respecting his privacy.
Yeah.
For me, look, I think I've told you all this. Spencer Dinwiddie is my favorite net ever.
Okay.
And if I guess I've never told you all this. To make a very long story short, he's my favorite net ever because at practice in the park in 2017, my son was 4. My son was 4. He was brought out onto the court with the players to work out. He was stubborn. He didn't want to go out there. My other son was out there working out with D'Angelo and Jeremy Lin, having a good time, right? He was stubborn. He didn't want to be out there. Spencer Dinwiddie took him on the other side of the court and was just down there with him one-on-one. Coach Vaughn came down there also, but he was down there one-on-one dribbling with my son and making sure that he took time to just make sure that my son was fine. And he put my son on his website and everything. So for me, it goes deeper than basketball. So Spencer Dinwiddie is my favorite player, period, because he made it personal for me.
Yeah.
When everything was going on with Spencer Dinwiddie this past season, I wasn't taking that personal because I understand these people are human also. I want my team to do well. Do I want Kyrie there? Absolutely, I want him there. If he's not there, it's like Nets Daily put out a tweet today that all his joy is gone for the upcoming season. I'm like, what? What are we talking about?
Yeah, I know. Exactly.
So Saint, I know it's a long-winded answer, but for me,
no, of course. But that's why I like to play devil's advocate.
I want him there. I do want him to play, but if he doesn't, for whatever reason, if he doesn't, I expect for it to be handled, I'll say expeditiously. I don't expect it to go the 6 home games.
That far? You don't think it'll go that far?
And so I guess the follow-up question is, if he's standing on his principles, you also, I mean, I'm also, see, that's the thing. I guess that's the other question is, do we think the Nets and their ownership and Sean Marks have enough where they're just like, hey, we respect that, but we're going to do this? I guess that's the other side of the question is like, do we see that they have enough to say, sorry, Kyrie, we love you, we want to keep you, we want you out here, but this is our goal. So,
but like I said, they would have to. They'll be betting on time because, like I said, if in 2 months,
but that's all the way to January. I mean, because he said, you have the November, but he won't take over until January. So that is still like we're talking of 3 months or so before you would have to wait till that happens. So that's why I asked those questions, just for more of because the standpoint of it's like I'm of the thing of like I totally respect what Kyrie's doing and saying and his choice. I have no issue with that. I get it, right? But because there's some things in life that people have asked me to do that like think I'm crazy for not wilting on, like certain things when it comes to like raising a kid, like kids and what you choose to teach them. And then when I give my cut on it, they're like, oh, you're crazy. Your kid's going to be this. Like, no. And so I get that. But on the flip side, then I also got to ask myself, okay, well, if you're a business and you have this and you have that, you can respect your player. You can respect the guy for what he stands for. But ultimately, hey, I've got to make a decision whether I'm going to stand by it the full length and stand by him and hope something changes, or do I make a decision that
no, I'm saying this like last season, right?
That's where I'm at with it.
Last season, what's the difference between last season? The Nets accommodated Kyrie when he was going through what he was going through, and that almost took a month too of him not playing. So this season, accommodating him for him just playing road games, like why can't the Nets just do the same kind of thing they did last year
It's a
accommodating him.
possibility. It's a possibility.
I want to mention this too. People forget about how many setbacks we had last year with everything that went on with Harden's injury and with him getting with us getting Harden. We traded for him. Obviously, he had his his hamstring injury. Obviously, KD had his injuries. People forget about how much we had to go through last season, and we still remain like obviously we weren't first seed, but I mean, you get Harden and KD healthy, like they just stay healthy, like you won't have to really worry about too much. And you still get Kyrie for half of the games, we'll be fine.
Yeah,
it's just about, and then obviously, playoffs is a different story, but we're just talking season here, and like Jay said, this doesn't expect us to go past 6 home games. You never know. We'll see.
But that man has the right to change his mind on many things. And I would never expose people like that on who said what, but I get some of the craziest. This is what I heard in my DMs. What did your people hear this? And people get upset with me because they be like, "You cryptic in the DMs also." Yeah, because for all I know, you making something up. Like what you just told me, it sounds like a lie. And so, but saying what you were saying about standing on your principles, sometimes things change to the effect of like me standing on my principles. I did not believe in getting vaccinated, right?
Yeah.
But my grandmother is now 88. I had not seen my grandmother in a year. Me getting vaccinated would allow me to see my grandmother.
Yeah, that's exactly why I did it too for my stepfather.
I took that damn shot immediately.
Yeah.
When I became eligible. And then I took the next one however many weeks later.
Yeah.
That way I could see, hug, and love on my grandmother. So that didn't change me standing on my principles. I still have my principles. But there were other situations and circumstances that I put above myself and what I wanted to stand firm on. It didn't make me not standing firm on things. I also was able to, learn a little bit more about things.
Yeah, I've heard that also brought up about this with Kyrie, that some people believe that should be the type of thing too, where, hey, you have your principles, but you also have your team, or, you need to worry about, like, what about the fans? What about the team? And I remember somebody earlier, we were kind of having a nice debate in our Discord where that was brought up, and somebody was like, can't Kyrie just be human? Shaking my head. And I was being a smart ass, like trying to poke the bear. And I'm like, they're not paying him $30 million just to be a human. Like there's more to, so I get it. It's like, it's one of those things where it's like, I agree with you 100%. Like I didn't necessarily want to get it either. I waited months to get it, watched everything. And then it was like, hey, your stepdad's going to have heart surgery. He's going to have this. And he wants you to come out and blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, but you need to be vaccinated. And I was like, I went through that same thing where I'm like, you know what? Nothing's standing in the way of me getting that. And if that's that, then it is what it is. And if there's some side effect, I'll deal with it. But seeing this man's more important to me than anything. So I get you and I respect you on that. Like, and hopefully hopefully Kyrie has the same similar thing, I mean, again, you say he's never said anything. And of course that leaves the speculation of, it's like, oh, is he really vaccinated? And he's just trolling everybody. Like, that would be one hell of a super troll if it turns out that he's gotten it a long time ago. Yeah. Like I've said that from the beginning, like wouldn't this be great if the man was just super trolling the hell out of everybody and then is just like there from the beginning and doesn't say shit? Like that would be beautiful. That would be ideal.
Somebody said, I think without Kyrie, period, if we are healthy, we are still the team to beat. Yes. Yeah.
Oh, you have control of that too. I was like wondering why.
Yeah, I put it on there. I'm still logged in. That's why I forgot I was still logged in.
Okay, cool. So we can both do it. All right, good deal.
Yeah. Yeah, but with Kyrie, like I said, with me, I'm good either way. I know people have their thing, but if we get half of Kyrie this season, I'm cool with that. If Kyrie decides to do it and plays full, I'm cool with that. So it's like, I'm good either way.
Would you agree with this? Aaron Brahim's like, no Kyrie means Lakers are the favorites. but it doesn't mean the job still can't be done.
It depends on how they look. Depends on how they look, because the Lakers, that could fall apart. It has all the really, because of Russ, it could fall apart. That they don't have a lot of spacing, so that could fall apart if they look how they should look on paper. Then that would be that'll be a problem. But we don't know yet.
Yeah. Well, why are the Lakers the favorites?
Because they have three. Because most people look at it, they have three superstars players, so they automatically think that got 2 MVPs. I don't think they're the favorite, but it depends.
ESPN and Vegas think the Lakers are favored.
And oh my god, they got Trevor Ariza, Carmelo Anthony. What is the league gonna do?
Vegas always going with the stars. I don't know how Vegas is. Somebody said the Nets will be fine. Shout out Jay Woods. Russell Westbrook's Eagles going to destroy the Lakers. I agree with that too. I agree. I think they're gonna. I said this before. One of these games we're gonna see LeBron black on Russ, or either Russ black on LeBron. Like they're gonna bump heads, yo. I know that. Like I know they're gonna come on, son.
Yeah,
Russell
Twitter
Westbrook.
Twitter right now is ODing on Kyrie going to Philly again. All that Philly for Simmons crap is back.
We're gonna see the Kyrie thing, because once Woj put that out, I know we're gonna see a whole bunch of Kyrie. Like Kyrie's gonna be trending again for another,
People
2
are already
weeks.
putting out new lineups: Harden, Mills, Joe Camp, KD, Bruce, Millsap, Blake, LMA, Clax with no.
Yeah, people are gonna do the most now with the Kyrie trade him and all this. All that's gonna. We're gonna see all that.
I hate even seeing oh my god, Damian Lillard. We can get Damian Lillard. Why don't we get Damian Lillard instead of Kyrie?
Yo, but if you enjoy this right now, you guys gotta watch it back. We were talking about Sekou. Sekou got traded. That was the main part, and then we're gonna separate. The other half was Kyrie. But make sure you hit that like button, subscribe. I didn't want to make this a crazy long stream because we've been streaming long for a minute. I just want Jay's take and my guys' take on the Sekou and the Kyrie situation. Again, if you're joining us, Sekou got traded to the Rockets with a second-round pick, and then he was waived by the Rockets. We got a second-round pick, and Sumner, I guess his name is Sumner from Indiana Pacers, and then we waived Sumner and kept their 2025 second-round pick by Miami.
Yeah, it was crazy because I saw we got Sumner. I was like, oh, who is this? And I'm like, oh, we waived him because
it was immediately waived. Sean Mark's not playing no games, bro. He waived, get him out of there. You know what I'm saying? Save money.
And then we already got the overreactions. We got DJ Chasm. We're not beating the Lakers big three without Kyrie. It's that simple. I don't trust Harden in late game situations more than Kyrie.
That's a tough. I mean, that's fair. That's fair.
That's
in the finals. Yeah, in the finals, that's where I definitely don't want Kyrie to do his half away thing on the finals. No. The finals, I need every game. I don't know. Playoffs, I could deal with, but finals, nah.
You want to, maybe not top 10, maybe but he's had some of the best finals performances ever.
Yeah.
And him and KD have 14 finals games. So they have the same type of experience, and that experience is, he played a top 5 team all time, and then he played the best team all time. So that we need him for the finals.
I got another hot question for Jay. Do you think this situation with Kyrie and the vaccine is what would be holding up technically his extension talk, or you think it's just more?
No.
What's that?
That's definitely, before you finish your question, that's definitely been one of the main holdups.
Okay. All right. That's why I was just because there somebody I was just looking at a tweet, and the question popped in my head because it said Bobby Marks had tweeted something saying here's what Kyrie stands to lose financially. It's like $381,000 every home game missed. 2 preseason games equals $762K. 41 home games comes out to $15.6 million. 2 games at the crap team across the in New York, $762K. Bonuses, he could lose $400K. Playoffs to be decided. And then at the bottom, he wrote, Irving is also extension eligible, 4 years, $187 million. So my question was is that part of the, if he rides this out, they're like, yeah, sorry, bud, we're just not going to do. It has to. I would think it have. See, that's the thing. I know the Nets are really good at coming out, always saying they support their players, not giving a tough enough. Like they don't really let stuff leak. They're very vague on injuries. They're very vague on a lot of stuff because they're more like. I think Jade talked about this too before, where they're very family more oriented the way they like to run things in the organization. But I also can't imagine on the other side that like Sean Marks and the owner are not playing hardball. They don't get where they're at and doing as good as they are without having, some kind of like ability to play hardball here.
Let me. I'm gonna mess y'all up with this. Hey, Chubbs, I apologize in advance. the what's actually part of the elephant in the room that people don't even know the elephant is in the room is this is Sean's fault.
Really now?
All right, I got to hear this.
I want to hear this.
What's going on right now is Sean's fault because he's given Kyrie certain liberties as if he's KD-esque. And so he's been allowed to get away with things that he should not be getting away with. Sean created this monster.
And that's what I was saying about last year. Like, we literally, like, Kyrie was not, like, I'm telling you, Kyrie did not show up to work, like, for a month.
Literally, you know what I'm saying? Like, Kyrie saying, yeah, you know what, I'm not coming in today. And Sean was like, oh, okay.
Yeah, like, that's what I'm trying to say. Like, so it's like, man. If you let them do that, that's what makes me feel like they would let this go for a little bit. Like, let them do this away thing.
But what's the extent that you could, like, really check him because he's KD's best friend? So what's the extent you could have a conversation with him, but it's not like you could really, like, be like, hey, we're gonna get rid of you because of KD, you know? Yeah. So, like, well, what's the extent that you feel like he could or should be checked? Like,
you can't really check him though. Like, you can't.
That's because it's KD's friend, so it's kind of hard to, like, really check him.
Yeah.
But it's not just that he's KD's friend. It's that because that comes at a price also. But it's more so of you still have to be able to hold him accountable.
Yeah.
And say certain things, if for nothing else. Yo, you one of the leaders on this team, and you've already heard about you're taking Cam Thomas under your wing. Okay, you still have to set an example of how to be a professional.
I agree.
And so, if for nothing else, and we don't know what the fine details of his contract are, but if for nothing else, honor your contract of what it's written. And I say that, I don't know if I made clear on the stream with you all, but people think it's insane. This goes back to you asking about the extensions, right? People think it's as cut and dry as however much money, that's what the guy gets, and that's it. That's not what goes into these guys' contracts. There's so much hidden language that has to be worked out, especially with somebody like Kyrie.
Yeah.
And that hidden language is not made known to the public. So we wouldn't know what the hidden language is.
Yeah.
But these contracts have hidden language, especially for someone who's volatile like that. Like when DeMarcus Cousins was up for his, they had to have hidden language in it.
Yeah.
You can't have these outbursts. Like when Draymond was up for his, they have to have hidden language in it because we know you're going to get 40 texts a year. So they have to include stuff like that to keep some sense of respectability in the contract.
Yeah. Because I'm saying you can't do that nowhere else. You can't like get a job and just be like, yeah, I'm not coming in for 3 weeks. And just like come back out of nowhere like nothing happened. Like that's what I'm saying with the Nets. Like it's got to be some kind of thing with Kyrie. You know what I'm saying? Some kind of a comment. You know, some kind of low key thing. Like I don't know, but
and it was great. Not to, again, like to think about last year, like we never really got any info on Kyrie. Every time we would hear something, it would be like we don't really know where Kyrie is. He'll come back on his own. Blah 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 blah. And it was that. Now we're getting information that we're basically saying Kyrie get the vaccine. I mean, I don't think really Mark was like he's not really the guy to do that. I don't think.
Yeah.
And now it's at the point where it's just like you got to get it now. In my opinion, I think that's just what it is.
Hey Jay, do you know a guy named Theo Stevens on Twitter?
Not that I know of.
All right, he just said it because he was like, "Well, you follow." He said, "Just trade Kyrie."
The Nets fans is pissed, man. They're pissed off.
I honestly think Nets world is like 50-50 on the Kyrie thing. Like just from what I've seen people say, "Hey, there's nothing here. It's no big deal. Let him do whatever he wants." And then on the other hand, some people are kind of like what you're alluding to earlier, just like
trade him.
Just trade him, get rid of him. Like, let's move on from this. Let's go get this chip. Like,
yeah. I'm gonna read this. I'm gonna read some comments and then we're gonna wrap it up here. I didn't want to make this crazy long, and then the Yankees are losing, so I'm getting upset.
Yeah, I am too.
Yeah, Boston's up 4-1.
It would be our luck that our fate is in their hands.
Boston, you can't lose to Boston though, man. Boston, man, damn. I hate Boston with a passion. Shout out Age. He said Kai is messing up the vibe. Mary said if he's traded, he's traded. And Almac with the Nuggets do Kyrie for MPJ. Yo, y'all going crazy with the Kyrie trade scenarios in the comments, bro. A lot of Kyrie hate right now.
Welcome to Nets Nation, dog.
Y'all going crazy with.
We are the kings of overreactions and mixed feelings. 100%.
It's going crazy.
No matter what is going on. 100%.
Somebody said he's a pure drama queen. Always something with him. I'm exhausted.
What does this have to do with being a drama queen right now? I don't get it. Like he hasn't even played a game yet. It's not something that he started. Like I don't agree with that like way of looking at it.
Kevin Porter saying I'm a Nets fan, but no way he can miss this many games. Gotta trade him. Wow, everybody's upset.
But even then, the question, because I'm seeing it, the other question is, even if like I do agree with what Jay said about standing on your principles, and yes, it makes it a lot easier when you are filthy rich to do that. But does he have any blame in any of this? Is there any like responsibility?
I'm blaming New York for this.
Yeah,
I'm blaming New York.
It just makes no sense. Yeah, the home guys have to be vaccinated, but the other players on the other teams, nah, bro, they can be unvaccinated and they can play. It just doesn't make sense. At least
New York is making. I blame
this guy. Like Melody said, he's a drama queen, so trade for Ben Simmons. So you want to trade one drama queen for another?
I don't want that still. I don't want that.
Simmons is cutting off the whole organization.
Philly probably wants him though. Philly definitely wants Kyrie.
He's not even talking to the MVP of the team, any management at all.
But then there's this take too from Age. Blame anything but Kyrie. I mean, I'm telling you, we are divided at Nets Nation of whether Kyrie deserves some of the blame. Other people are like, no, he doesn't deserve any. It's like a real, that's the only part that I don't like. Granted, and I know James said this to you before. It's like we're in our own world, and none of what we're talking about really matters to them at the end of the day. But I wonder, does any of this, like the same type of feelings and questions we're having, linger into players? How are players honestly answering the correct way about how they feel about the situation if you're on the Nets team? And in ownership, I'm curious. I wish that's the other thing. Again, it's politics, it's money, it's you got to look good. We can't show dissent. We can't show that everything's a mess. But at the same time, it's like I often really wonder what the real true feelings are, like with players, with ownership, instead of like little cryptic messages or little random stuff from interviews that they're giving where then we speculate off of. Like, I just want a finality. I just want to feel ready to go. And it's not a shut up and dribble scenario for me. It's more of like, I just want us to be all locked in, ready to go and be focused. And I'm tired of it always seems like there's some kind of like something with the season where we're just like, why can't we just have a normal season? And I'm not putting the blame on anybody in particular. It just, I just want a normal season. I just want to go in there and because this is the year. I feel like this is the year. If everybody's there, everybody's locked in. Like nobody's denying us. Lakers, nothing. Like I just want that kind of season.
Somebody said, what do you want the poll to be? Somebody said,
what were you going to say, Jay?
I was going to say, what does normal look like?
Well, normal to me would be like, albeit like if you'd taken the COVID thing out of it, this probably would have been what I consider a normal season, where everything's solidified. There's no questions really with the bench. We know who. Well, we do have some questions about the starting, but for the most part, everybody's healthy. Everybody's like going into it. They've all come out and said like they're ready to do this. Like Kyrie said, he's locked in. He's ready to show it out. Like, so when I say normal, I seem like that. Like just going into it. Everybody's healthy. Everybody's ready to go. We got our squad. Let's go do this. That's where I guess I'm coming from a normal standpoint.
But hey, and it's let me push back and say, not just you, but anybody else who says that, they're lying to themselves. There's no part of people's lives do they like for it to just be normal.
Well, I don't know. What do you mean? I don't know, because I don't agree with that pushback.
I'm talking about from the standpoint of drama sells.
Yes.
Like when they do these championship videos and what have you, like the Jordan thing that came out. Jordan wasn't giving you the stuff that nobody would care about. He was giving you the dramatic stuff. That I'm gambling with Danny Ainge and Boston Celtics right before I play them. I'm going to gamble in Atlantic City right before I kill the Knicks. He was giving you all the dramatic stuff because that's the stuff that's good for stories and to be able to tell years from now. We're gonna be talking in June, and nobody's gonna care that this happened.
Let's hope so. I will end it with saying let's hope so that this is not even.
I'm gonna take a few last minute questions. So in the comments, if you guys have any questions for Jay and any questions for us, just put @Saint in the comments and type the questions before we end this stream. Shout out Nest Nation, please hit the like button, subscribe if you're new. Follow Saint on Twitter, SaintNet1. Follow Jay on Twitter, Jay from BK. What's your Twitter, Jay? Jay from BK? @Jay from BK?
Yeah, I'm Jay. Yep.
At Jay from BK. Follow on Twitter.
I got one thing. I doubt it, and this is you just asking a question. Do you think, and obviously you probably don't know much, but do you think this Kyrie situation could ever affect Harden's extension?
No.
If they lose,
no,
I mean, that's to be seen. Like I guess that's not until playoffs. But if I guess no. But if I think us losing this year would affect that.
Harden not signing this year was kind of like, I'm keeping my options open. Like he didn't want to say it, but I think he's like.
I mean, sometimes you got to look at it at the point that he just wants to make more money.
Yeah, that's true. But he just got paid. He's just getting off. Getting off like a 50 million deal, wasn't he? Like getting 50.
Yeah, but if you have the chance to make more money, you're not going to do it.
Yeah, that's true.
No, we would do it because we've never made
right
hundreds of millions of dollars.
Yeah, we would do it.
Yeah,
he's not in the same boat.
He's a seasoned veteran of having millions.
I feel like he just want to win, bro. He didn't already got his crazy.
What
was his max contract? That shit was like 2 something, right?
Yeah,
I think.
Yeah.
He didn't. He didn't got his max before. He wants to win, bro. Like that's all that he needs. Like I'm pretty sure he cares about winning more than anything.
There is something to be said about fuck you money. Like when you got that kind of money and you can just not worry about anything.
Absolutely.
There's something to be said about that.
It makes you think. You'd be like, damn, I wish I could just reject $5 million.
Oh God, I don't know that I shouldn't even have clicked on this. How long will LaMarcus's heart hold up for another?
No, skip that question, bro. Skip that question, bro. That's not right.
That's some blasphemy shit. I shouldn't even have clicked on.
Yo, that's messed up, man. Don't say that. Don't.
Will it hold up, bro? You green, bro.
Don't put that energy out there, man. Come on, Yankees.
Yo, somebody really asked that as a question.
Yes.
Yeah, somebody asked that as a question.
The more adequate question would have been how do they handle LaMarcus out there to make sure he's rested? And I'm pretty sure you're not going to see back-to-backs. I'm pretty sure they're not going to force him out there. I don't see him playing anything more than 15, like 20 minutes a game, in my opinion, just because of the versatility. But I'm pretty sure they're going to be very, very good with taking care of him. I'm sure that medical staff, LaMarcus has got to be one of their top priorities of keeping healthy and keeping him rested.
Yeah. All right. So I don't see any more questions. So
yeah.
All right. I guess any last words.
Who going?
You can go first, Drew.
Be patient.
Mm-hmm.
Chill out. This is not Kyrie's fault. You know, like I said, the ball is in his court. It's his decision. But like, this is not start because of Kyrie. He's not. You know, this is not one of the moments of him being a drama queen. Just chill out. Just chill on my dog. Like, for real. You know, like some of y'all in the chat been, you know, like what's Brandon? Oh, I don't see him right now. But y'all
trade a lot of trade Kyrie's in the chat, bro.
That's what I'm telling you. It is. It is a mixed bag on Kyrie.
Yeah, wait till the first few games. You know, we good, and we gonna come back. We gonna come back. Shout out to to everybody up here, and shout out to Mr. J. You know.
I keep forgetting
Mr. J.
We're pulling up and giving us insight, giving us the tea. You know,
J from the BK is He got please follow him on Twitter, y'all. That's all I gotta say. I saw this real time. I saw it real time.
Yeah, somebody called Jay the janitor last time. He's a janitor at
I changed my thing on Twitter to include that.
You did?
I'm the janitor at the Nets facility.
Janitor at the Nets facility.
He did.
That's how he knows, bro.
He goes, it says, child of God, a real man, not made up some SM. I stand on my words. Graham fam, Nets, Mets, Jets, boxing, janitor at the Nets facility. And in parentheses, the real Royal said. So the real Royal,
shout out Royal.
See, at least he the real Royal. He actually put that in there. That's hot, man. That's
shout out Isaac. I see you, bro. Shout out Isaac. Hey, Isaac.
That's funny.
The real Royal.
That's gonna make it.
Who's next? Go ahead, Rage. Last words.
Another good stream. Just be patient, relax. Everything will be all right. It always turns out. It'll be all right.
Go ahead, Chubbs.
I was kind of quiet most of the stream because if I were to talk at all early in the stream, I would have definitely said something.
Would it have been one of your great?
Yeah.
No. You know what? Chubbs going that far yet?
Anyhow,
it will. The F this, F that, like 20 times.
Nah.
Chubbs will bring that out at some point in the season.
Y'all would have thought it was a misunderstanding with Kyrie, though. Nah.
We see the Chubbs, the bad version of Chubbs, when it gets all, it's bad.
Realistically, like, the ball is in his court. The Nets have expressed, like, we're getting tired of your ish. Do what you want, but just know we're not afraid to pack you up if needed. That's basically what I've seen. And while I do respect Kyrie's decisions on the vaccine, while yes, it is your choice whether to take the vaccine, it shouldn't be forced. You play stupid games, you win stupid prizes. And that's all I'm going to say. Oh, yeah, anybody saying trade Kyrie for Ben, I hope all you step on Legos. All y'all step on Legos. I said the next person to say trade Kyrie for Ben, all y'all saying that.
Why y'all want Ben? All the people that trade Kyrie for
the sharpest Legos, no socks,
and even bigger drama queen himself. Like we said
y'all
earlier.
want Ben Simmons instead of for Kyrie? Y'all are crazy. And
I hope it's the sharpest pieces too.
He said he's not even coming to practice, bro.
Not even the cubes.
I got a
random not even coming to practice.
Ben's not even practicing.
If we get to there, we'll have the Kyrie trade scenarios of teams and players. We'll have that video if it ever gets there, but way too early for that shit.
Yeah.
He could always already be vaccinated about it,
Oh, my last word. I mean, hey, man, I'm just excited. I mean, even though I was a little bummed Sekou got let go today, I understand the reasonings from the business standpoint. From whether you look at it like Jay said, I think that's ultimately the cherry on the pie for me. It was like, how are you going to be paying him this much when he's only giving you this much? And then it's going to cost you that, and it makes sense. It just ultimately at the end, for me, Sekou is more of like I kind of liked his game. I wanted to see where it went, but oh well, I don't get everything I want, and I'm still going to enjoy no matter who we keep, whether it was Bembry, Carter, whoever it was. I'm still going to love it. I'm still going to love the team. I'm still going to enjoy what they do. Just would have been nice to see, but oh well. Time to move on. Now we're that much closer to solidifying our lineup, and hopefully the last thing we have to deal with is the Kyrie situation. However that works itself out, I know where my line in the sand is as far as like my personal opinion on the matter. I'm not there yet. I'm not ready to go full Chubbs on that yet. Like I may have one of those streams where I just fly off the handle and just but I'm not there yet. I'm keeping myself calm. I'm keeping myself like in realistic land of like there is a lot of things that can happen until the beginning of the season or the first home game for that matter. And then we'll address it then. At least that's when I will. Like, I still believe like something will happen, whether it's the Nets holding firm or whether it's Kyrie making a decision like Jay from BK said, just like I didn't want to do it, but I did it for this reason. And maybe Kyrie has one of those moments. Again, his decision whether he does or not. But that's kind of where I'm at.
Jay, you got any last words for
Yeah, I'm gonna say relax again, and I'm gonna say that, but then I'm going to say something that's anti-relax. I will find out something definitive because, like you've been asking me, I will find out something definitive between Friday and Sunday.
Let's go.
Because I'll have I'm gonna make sure I get to Barclays a little bit early on Friday. I'm going to see them on Saturday at practice in the park, and then Sunday, I can't tell you where I might be, but I might be with somebody on Sunday to get some more information. But between Friday and Sunday, I'll get more answers to a lot of different things.
Stay tuned, y'all.
Yeah, that day cannot come soon enough. I'm like,
yeah, for real. My last words are: make sure you guys hit the like button. Follow me on Instagram at NetsKingdom711. Follow Saint at SaintNet1. Follow Jay from BK on Twitter. And I'm gonna do all these shout. I'm gonna shout out everybody. Well, not everybody, but most of these guys in the chat. Age, Brian Hudson, what's up? Isaac, Unholy Mayhem, Vincent, what's good? Brian V, Brian, Leah, Mary, hey Mary, Mario, the Real Royal. Who else? Young Feng Lu in the building. Nicholas
what's his name?
Young Feng Lu. I told you, Ness is worldwide, bro. Young Feng Lu, bro. Young Feng Lu in the building. He put it in the wait. Is that Chinese? He put it in the chat. He put some Chinese.
Yeah. Hey, there's the Real Royal. I'm not sure if you heard what Jay put, Royal, but
the Real Royal. Royal. Go look at Jay from BK's Twitter bio. The Real Royal. Look at his Twitter bio. CWE was good, bro. Yeah, Yankees, man. Yeah, man. It's sad.
I'm done. I'm turning the TV off.
Yo, I'm still watching, bro. Chill, bro.
No. This is what you need to do. You need to forget it, turn it off, and that way.
And then turn it back.
Yes, because I'll wait 20, 30 minutes, turn it back on, and there'll be
Grand Slam Yankees. Imagine.
Yeah. That's what I'm doing.
And they tie up the game.
Yeah, appreciate everybody.
And lose.
A Real Royal, when we get Harden up here, whenever that happens.
The Real Royal doesn't know what happened. He goes, wait, what? Yeah, so, hey, earlier, remember last stream, Royal, you called You said Jay from Brooklyn's probably a janitor at Barclays. Well, you needed to go check out his Twitter.
Just go on his Twitter, Real Royal. That's all we gotta say, bro. There's no what. Just go on his Twitter and go on Jay from BK's Twitter right now, Real Royal.
If you're not on Twitter, I am only on Twitter for net stuff. That's all I'm doing. Like, I'm not getting into the politics. I might shout out the Yankees a little bit.
Yeah.
But if you just want to have fun in Nets world and see how crazy it gets, and like there's the spaces, like that's how we met Jay. That's how I met Jay. I hopped in there, started talking to him. It's fun. It's a fun little world to get into. It's going to be exciting. Twitter's going to be crazy always, but follow us all on Twitter.
Yeah, and also shout out Nets in UK. They hit me up too. All the people in London, UK. Shout out Nets UK. And Philippines, always showing love. Shout out Nets in Philippines. Appreciate you guys for tuning in, and we're out of here. We'll be back.
Peace.
See y'all later.
Yes, what, Saturday, Sunday? What is it? Saturday, Sunday?
Friday.
Oh, it's Friday. Oh yeah.
Friday.
Yeah, we're gonna be back
preseason. Bucks game preseason. We'll be back.
Late.
All right.